Leaving a narcissistic partner isn't just about walking away. It's about breaking free from psychological manipulation, social conditioning, and emotional dependency. Many men remain trapped in toxic relationships with narcissistic women because of deeply ingrained factors that make leaving seem impossible. Let's break it down. 1. The hero complex. Men are conditioned to fix things. Men are often raised to be problem solvers, protectors, and providers. Society teaches men that they should fix problems in relationships instead of leaving. Be strong and endure emotional pain. Avoid looking weak by admitting they're being abused. How narcissistic women exploit this. A narcissistic woman plays into this dynamic by making the man feel responsible for her happiness. She will blame him for her emotions, play the victim when he tries to leave, convince him that he's the only one who understands her. Over time, he believes he has to stay, not because he wants to, but because he feels like he owes her loyalty. Example: Michael grew up being told that real men don't quit on their woman. He watched his father tolerate his mother's explosive temper, believing it was his dad's job to keep the peace. Now, as an adult, Michael is in a relationship with Jessica, a narcissistic woman who constantly belittles him. One night, Jessica screams at Michael, calling him pathetic, useless, and a joke of a man. The next morning, she acts like nothing happened and says, "You know, I just say things when I'm mad. I need you to help me work through my issues." Michael feels obligated to stay because he believes, if I just love her enough, she'll change. 2. The shame of admitting abuse. Men don't just stay, they suffer in silence. Society often views men as the stronger sex, making it difficult for them to admit they are emotionally manipulated, gaslighted, physically or financially abused. This leads to double standards at play, such as, if a man hits a woman, he's a monster. If a woman hits a man, it's a joke. If a woman controls finances, she's setting boundaries. If a man does it, he's financially abusive. Men fear being mocked or dismissed if they speak out. Many keep quiet because they feel no one will believe them. 3. The good times hook. Intermittent reinforcement. One of the biggest psychological traps is intermittent reinforcement. This is when the narcissist alternates between love and abuse, keeping their victim emotionally hooked. The cycle. Love bombing. She is affectionate, loving, and makes him feel like a king. Devaluation. She criticizes, withdraws, and makes him feel worthless. Discard. Threats. She threatens to leave, making him panic. Hoovering. Just when he's about to leave, she showers him with love again. Say you are ready to leave your girlfriend. She has been cold, distant, and constantly criticizing you for weeks. Every time you try to talk to her about the relationship, she rolls her eyes and says, "Maybe I'm not in love with you anymore." You finally decide, that's it, I'm done. But the next morning she wakes you up with kisses, brings you breakfast in bed, and tells you how much she loves you. She even plans a weekend trip and suddenly becomes the woman you originally fell in love with. You think to yourself, maybe I overreacted and she really does love me. But a few weeks later, she's back to the same abusive behavior. This is how the cycle continues. 4. Fear of losing children and financial ruin. For many men, leaving a narcissistic woman isn't just about emotional pain. It's about real-life consequences such as custody. Fears, family courts favor mothers in custody battles. Narcissistic women lie, manipulate, and weaponize children against their fathers. Many men are terrified they will lose access to their kids if they leave. Financial control. Many narcissistic women sabotage a man's finances. Reckless spending, quitting jobs, and running up debt. Divorce can mean losing half of everything, which can leave a man financially devastated. Some men stay because they literally can't afford to leave. The fear of losing everything keeps them stuck in the relationship. 5. Trauma bonding. Trauma bonding is a psychological attachment that develops between a victim and an abuser due to cycles of abuse, manipulation, and intermittent reinforcement. This type of bond is particularly common in toxic or abusive relationships, including those with narcissists, sociopaths, and psychopaths. A narcissistic relationship creates something similar to Stockholm Syndrome, a psychological attachment to an abuser. Why does this happen? The brain releases dopamine during love bombing. The brain releases cortisol during abuse. The mix of highs and lows creates an emotional addiction. A female narcissist can be sweet and loving, telling you that you are her soulmate. Other days, she gaslights you, threatens to leave, and makes you feel worthless. Deep down, you know she's toxic, but the thought of leaving makes you physically sick. She love bombs you, making you feel on top of the world. But when she abuses you, you feel utterly worthless. In a trauma bond, you have unknowingly given her the power to both build you up and tear you down. 6. Isolation. No support system. Narcissistic women work to isolate their partners. How do they achieve this? By creating drama with your family, causing you to cut them off. By telling you that your friends are toxic, jealous, or against the relationship. By making you feel like she is the only person who truly loves you. By the time a man realizes he's isolated, it's too late. He has no one left to turn to. 7. Sex as a manipulation tool. Many narcissistic women use sex as a weapon. In the beginning, she is sexually available, adventurous, and intense. Once she has you hooked, she uses sex as a reward or punishment. You slowly begin to feel like you have to earn intimacy, which keeps you in the relationship longer. The sex bombing starts off wild and intense to lock you in. Female narcissists know that most men rarely receive frequent sexual attention and deeply desire it, so they use it as a manipulation tactic. Once she has you fully invested, she begins to withdraw affection and sex as a form of control. If she doesn't get her way in the relationship, she withholds all intimacy. Over time, you become emotionally and sexually starved, walking on eggshells just to get close to her again. Men who are deeply invested in a relationship often tolerate abuse because they fear they won't find that same level of sexual connection elsewhere. The female narcissist wins by conditioning the man to associate intimacy with compliance. He stays because he fears he'll never experience passion like that again. 8. Hope that she will change. Narcissistic women are masters of deception. Whenever a man reaches his breaking point, she pretends to change. Here are the common lies narcissistic women use to keep a man stuck. I'll go to therapy. I only act this way because of my trauma. You're the only one who understands me. If you leave me, I'll kill myself. Each time the man believes her, and the cycle repeats. So how can you break free? You must do the following. 1. Accept reality. She will not change. The cycle will repeat. 2. Have an exit plan. Build financial and emotional independence. 3. Seek support. Find a trusted friend, a men's group, or subscribe to this channel. 4. Cut contact. Block. Delete. Remove her access to your emotions. 5. Focus on healing. Rebuild your self-worth, confidence, and future. Remember, a narcissistic woman doesn't love you. She loves controlling you. The moment you stop reacting, stop engaging, and walk away, she loses all power over you. Take back your power. If this message was helpful, please like and subscribe.